comment on a video so them want to be more disciplined, want to read the comment, and then we start this. So, all right,
Friday night, Friday night,
another Friday night,
Friday night,
Friday
Friday
night, and it's
night.
all right. Welcome in the people on the Friday night, yeah.
Yes, man.
Big up on yourself, anybody with their ear. We're going to starting off these Friday nights a different way. But welcome to the Yardman Podcast. Davin and Tonil hosting again, your favorite podcast host from Murcia, Spain, and slowly becoming the number one Jamaican podcast in the world.
In the world.
Yeah, man. We're putting it out there, people. We're putting it out there. Don't think when you hear we say them thing, you think we take it lightly. Don't take it lightly.
We are manifesting.
The
We believe in the powers
manifestation has
of
begun.
manifestation.
Yeah, man. And the first thing, even though manifestation is real, and we everybody are, oh, let me manifest this, let me manifest that, let me manifest everything. If you don't put anything into the manifesto, you won't manifest anything. And
Anything at
somebody
all.
asked us this week, let me bring up the brother comment. The brother asked me, brother comment, one person comment on a video. Can you please help me improve my discipline? I'm having problems not sticking with the rules.
A
Ah,
battle against the battle against self, Davian. The battle against desire. The
mm,
battle of against just being myself. It's hard.
mm.
It's hard, Davian.
As we say,
Because the niceness that these things bring,
yeah.
sometimes you weigh them differently. You prefer the niceness than the hard part. You know what I
Mm.
say?
No, but the mind is programmed to go for comfort and pleasure.
Yes,
We are designed to go after comfort and pleasure, and discipline is the furthest thing from comfort and pleasure.
because it's hard
Yeah, but yeah,
doing the
yeah.
right thing or doing what is aligning with you. Sometimes
Mm.
it's hard.
I think the other day I say, oh, in order to be disciplined, you have to manipulate yourself. You have to trick yourself. You have to trick yourself. You have to find a way to trick your own brain. You have to play a game against yourself. You have to
Yes,
fight against yourself. It's a battle. Discipline is an internal, ongoing battle, day-to-day battle.
and you have to trick yourself in some habits until
Ye-
them become the habits.
all right, my
Yes,
friend. Habits equal leads to discipline.
yes,
Without
that is
good
it.
habits, you will never be disciplined because
Mhm.
discipline is not something you decide overnight. Discipline is something built on a foundation of habits. Habits are the blocks of discipline. In order to be disciplined, you need to lay blocks. And for these blocks, they are called habits.
Yes,
And the cement to these habits, if we're building the house of discipline, would be the people that you surround yourself with.
yes, because them help add to your house.
Yes.
Some people are sunshine and some people are rain.
I,
And
for,
sometimes some people test you with
mhm.
a very, very, very strong wind that will blow all of the good habits where they have away.
Yeah. The easiest way to become disciplined is to surround yourself with people more disciplined than you.
Or equally as disciplined as you.
Not equally, more disciplined. Iron sharp iron.
Yes, iron sharpen iron, yes.
You need to surround. All right, for example, when we say surround yourself with people more disciplined than you, for
Yes.
example, your goal is to lose weight. If you
Hmm.
surround yourself with people that like to go to Burger King and McDonald's and KFC, that's what you're going to be doing. But if you
That will be
surround
trouble.
yourself with people that like to go running, that like to go to the gym, that like to take care of themselves more, even if 10% of them discipline rub off on you,
It's
you're
something
already
good.
10% better. So the first
Definitely.
thing is you need to surround yourself with people that have the same goals and motivation as you. If you realize that every weekend you're going out drinking and partying and that's what your friends want to do, but you don't really want to do that, but you want to do it because you want the social interaction, you're losing the battle of discipline there. So
Newsflash.
yeah,
You're surrounded by the wrong people.
uh, not necessarily wrong people. You're surrounded by the people that don't have the same objective as you out of life.
which would be the wrong people.
I
No,
don't like
when
saying
we
the
say
wrong
wrong
people
people, I mean
because there's
wrong people that don't contribute to you reaching your objective.
me get where I say, me get where I say, me get where I say, me get where I say. The people
Yes.
that don't contribute to meeting the objective. But
However,
mm-hmm.
on that same breath, I want to say the yin wouldn't be the yin without the yang. The positive would
Yeah,
be the positive without the negative.
yeah, but
You
at the
know?
end of the day, Tony, you have to start somewhere. And this brother say, yo, if he's having trouble being disciplined, right?
Yes.
If you're having trouble being disciplined, the two easiest steps that you can take. I don't want to overwhelm you with saying, "Oh, you need to do this. You need to wake up at this time." You're not in the military. You're living a life. If you're having trouble being disciplined, is try to surround yourself with people that have the same objectives and goals as you. And the second is to develop habits, good habits,
Good habits. Good
discipline
habits.
habits, and don't try to start from the top. Try to develop small habits. For example, if you have trouble going to the gym in the morning and you find excuses to go to the gym because you want to get healthier, and this is just an example, they're disciplined in many ways.
Yeah.
If you're having trouble going to the gym in the morning, motivate yourself by doing one little thing that gets you closer to the gym every morning. You know, leave your phone and your alarm right by the door, but you can hear the alarm going off. So you know you have to get out of bed. And this yeah, and this
What
coming
a
to
way
the
to trick yourself, David.
yeah, what a
Wow.
way to yourself, motivate yourself to push yourself. And the next thing is, if you, for example, you want to go to the gym, and this comes to example, if you surround yourself with better people in your life or different people in your life, make a commitment to go to the gym with one of your brethren them. Because
Or
you don't
challenge
know.
your brethren. Tell your brethren, say,
Yeah.
yo, some I want to start do, other things, want to start do healthier things.
All
I
right.
want you to try the journey with me.
Yeah.
You know what I say? At least
Mhm,
help me start, brother.
All right. Pread with me and my brethren, Marge. We go to
Yeah.
the gym like 3, 4 times a week. Sometimes I don't want to go to the gym. I don't. This is the last thing I want to do. But
Yeah.
Marge message me and say, yo, Jim. Marge just send me a message. Jim, question mark.
Yeah. And that's it.
That's it. Me just say, all right. I have to go to the gym unless me have a valid reason to give him. If one of
Yeah.
my foot them hurt me, but the reason cannot be that I'm in bed. So use help surround yourself with people that are only accountable to certain things as well.
Yeah,
You know,
man. It
if you
works.
want to stop drink more, you don't necessarily have to go cold turkey because nobody go cold turkey all in one go and decide to do it. If you want to stop drink more, all right. For me, for example, me I use my personal example. Tony will know me. Well, before even Tony will know me, I used to be the brother that would be drinking Wednesday to Sunday night. Or even at one point, me used to have a beer with dinner every night. And you know what I say? Need to cut that out. Need to get more discipline. You know what I do? Remove the beer with dinner every night. Substitute with something. Make a substitute. Remove the beer. That was my first step. Then I go say boom. All right. I don't want to drink during the week anymore. So I substituted drinking during the week to let me drink on the weekends. And you know what my next step is? My next step is drinking on special occasions. And after special occasions, my next step is to probably not drinking at all. So you notice small steps to reach the final goal. Tony, you're mute. You're mute, dog. You're mute.
Sorry, yeah, as Davian said, you can't just go cold turkey. You can't just jump in the water when it cold.
Yeah. And you
Little by
can't,
little you go inside. Yeah.
yeah. And you
You
can't
know?
expect to be seen as disciplined and expect to get the goals and the rewards all in one go, all at the same time. It takes time. You have to be patient with yourself as well.
But
Little by little. Every
this
mickle
thing
make a
is, is
muckle.
is really a mental game. A
Mm,
mental game where you really have a headstrong, to
yeah.
really achieve something from being disciplined. You basically have to adapt a whole new psychology. You basically have to adapt a new set of rules to your life, ones that actually have an objective and a goal,
Hmm.
and ones that most of all test your limits.
Yeah.
Because in life, if you don't test your limits, you can't really, sometimes you forget who you is or forget your
Mm.
strengths.
Yeah.
So you kind of have to use good habits and discipline as like
Mm.
the rule book to stay closer to the best self that you can be, or
Mm. Yeah.
yeah, it's very
Just
important,
just
man.
just
The,
little
the, the
things.
philosophy, the
Yeah.
philosophy of discipline.
Yeah. We're just starting and simplifying it with two things. In order to
Yeah,
be more disciplined, we start out with two things. Surround yourself with people that are more disciplined than you, and develop healthy habits that will lead to you being more disciplined. Let's start from there. Let's
yeah,
not try
man.
to bite off more than we can chew. Let's start with those two little things.
True.
If you want to go to the gym, make a friend in the gym. If you want stop drinking, start chop away of it. If you want to wake up earlier in the morning, if you want to stay off social media a little bit more, put your phone outside of the bedroom. Simple things. Confuse your mind. And the thing is, you'd realize once you develop the routine and the habits, once those habits turn into a routine, it
That's
feel
it.
weird. It's like brushing your teeth every morning and every night before you go to your bed. If you don't brush, you ever Tony, you ever forget to brush your teeth before you go to your bed, and you're like, you don't know why you can't sleep.
Something just off.
The routine, you develop a
Yeah,
routine based on habits. So after
something
you
just
get
off.
these habits in, and get the new friends, and you develop a routine, then we're on the path to discipline. And
Definitely.
discipline doesn't mean that you will ever be fully this. It's a constant battle. So you need to come to terms with that
Constant battle every day, every day.
every
Is
day.
is 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 some is something where you have to turn up every day.
Yeah, man.
You have to turn up every day and tell yourself, say, you have to remain with with your habits.
Mm,
You have to turn up and tell yourself, say, you're stronger than yesterday. And if you're
yeah.
not stronger than yesterday, you're gonna try to do better than you do yesterday.
You know what the funniest thing, Tony? You don't know. This year, I think I lose like what? Over 10 kilos,
Yeah.
20 something pound. Come on, drop
Hmm.
me the one drop the weight. I still have 5 more pounds to go, 5 more kilos to go, another 10, 12 pounds. I would like to drop. The
Yeah.
abs are coming in. The abs are almost there. Almost there. But one thing, the eating and the food.
Yeah.
I
Where I
had to
need the
develop more discipline, fasting, intermittent fasting till my dog
ah
fast, little by little. But one for the people, because I feel like when people say they want to be more disciplined, it all comes down to like weight loss and health and fitness and things like that. Another
yeah.
thing you can do is keep temptation out of the picture. If you're a man when you say, yo, when you wake up in the night or before you go to your bed, you want to eat ice cream and chocolate, or eat piece of cake or something, why you have cake in your house? Don't buy
Yes.
it. And it become a fun game to me now, Tony. Sometimes after the gym, or after me don't play paddle, I'm going to the supermarket, I'm well ram, well hungry. And
I
I'm
just pass.
just walk through the chocolate aisle, walk through the cake aisle. I look for it and say, you go suck your mother. Me win today. You
Away
not
with
beat me
you.
today. It's a victory. You not beat me today. Me not buy none of you and carry home.
Yeah, yeah.
That different kind of victory, man.
Yeah, man, it is, man, it is.
That different kind of victory. But I'm say develop better habits. Surround yourself with friends that are more disciplined or have the same interest that you have. Easier said than done, but not impossible. Start from there,
Yeah.
so, and then check back in with us, please and thank you. Tonight we have a few topics to
To
tackle.
line up
Yeah, man, we have a few topics. We have Hurricane Melissa. Today makes 1 month since it has hit Jamaica.
one
And we're going to
month,
talk
yeah.
a little bit about Jimmy Cliff. And we're going to talk about the Reggae Boys. I think Tony wants to talk about Africa a little bit. And we're going to
Yeah.
talk a little bit about the criminal
To,
statistics in Jamaica.
to be specific, when we're talking about Africa, I want to talk about the countries naming Sierra Leone and Nigeria when it comes on
Okay.
to money rituals.
All right. See it there. See it there. All
Yes.
right. So the first thing on the board are the first thing on the board are the what would I say? For Hurricane Melissa. Today makes 1 month since Hurricane Melissa wreaked her devastation since she was pissed at all the Jamaican men for cheating on her. Today makes
Hmm.
1 month since Hurricane Melissa do her damage and destroy. practically half of the country, the breadbasket of the country, the touristic mecca of the country, and we're
Yep.
still recovering. I just got off the phone with my sister. They still don't have electricity in my part, and my part wasn't hit as bad.
No, they still don't have.
Still don't have electricity in my way. And it has been forecasted that parts of Jamaica might not have electricity until February, possibly until even summer.
That is rough.
Yeah.
That
So still
is
still
wow.
still
In
recovering.
2025.
Yeah. So people, please, now is the time I beg a little bit, but I'm not
Show
begging for
some
myself.
love. Show some love.
Show some support, make a few donations, do whatever you can. I'm not asking for much, but do what you can. Not do what you want to do, but do what you can. Do what you can for the Jamaican people. The links
Do
will be
what you can.
provided below. You can contact us to make any donations that you see fit. Um, and we'll try to ensure that it gets to the right people as well. But please do that. So the big things about Hurricane Melissa now after 1 month is obviously restoring electricity. Restoring electricity and the political parties actually coming together and working to resolve this issue. One of the biggest issues that have come to the brunt is the Jamaica Public Service has asked they need 350 million US dollars to restore electricity in Jamaica by February.
They
And they
need
don't
that.
have
They made a budget.
they don't have that money. And the government has decided to loan them some money.
Okay.
150 to 200 million, I believe. I think the numbers are going up as
Yeah.
it go. And the opposition leader actually was questioning how can Jamaica afford to loan the Jamaica Public Service money when we need when we need um help to rebuild the other infrastructure in it. Tony, what do you think about that? The government lending the JPS money.
Um. I don't. I want. I don't. I don't know, Davian. I don't know what to think about it. I want to say I would like to believe that the government have the best interests of the Jamaican people first. That is why they are willing to loan this money and to restore power on the island, because power is one of the basic necessities in life, along with shelter and water. You know, a lot of
Yeah.
people, their livelihood depends on this power, this electricity. You know, so I believe the government want to get back these things up and running, and it's a good gesture to show that a utilities company, you kind of give them a backing when it comes to these things, because we're in a dire state. So I don't think like looking to another side or whatever would be correct in terms of
Mm,
this. Just to get Jamaica out of this, we need it for our people, what I
yeah.
say? And it's something that necessary. The amount of money that they would allocate towards that door, I think that money would be a little bit questionable. I'd want to know that they would allocate, how much you say, 200 million
Up to 20,
approximately?
yeah, I think it's coming up towards that.
All right, then. They're giving 200 million. We always want accountability when it comes down to the money. You know what I say? How is this money being spent? In what ways? Should be shown always. And for be honest, Davian, I think 200 million is too much. Then forgive 150. And I think JPS, all right. Is it a case where the JPS is saying that, our systems are damaged and we need this money to restore the power? Or is it a case where this is the money that they need just to, sustain the blow so that they can stay active and stay in Jamaica even after all of this turmoil?
All right. I think it's a bit more complicated than that. Let me give you some context for it.
Yeah.
So the JPS is a private company. The Jamaican government does not own JPS. They own 19.9% of the JPS
That
stock.
is right.
Shares in JPS. JPS is a private company. I think right now they're owned by Japanese people. Don't quote me on that.
If if
Allegedly. Let me
if
say
not
that.
Japanese Americans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now the next thing is their license is up for renewal in 2027. The license to operate in Jamaica as their utilities partner is in
Yeah.
2027 as part of the context, right? JPS, after they did their assessment, they realized in order to restore electricity as soon as possible on the island, they need 350 million US dollars. They do not have 350 million US dollars. Well, they say they don't have 350 million US dollars in order to restore electricity as soon as possible. And for them to source the money that is needed to restore electricity as soon as possible, they need time. Time that the government essentially feels they don't have. They want to restore electricity as soon as possible. So the government solution to assist them is to loan them some of this money that is needed. However, the opposition leader Mark Golding raised a great question. He's like, okay, why are we loaning them this money? Well, they kind of know why, to help restore electricity. But how do we know that JPS is good to basically repay this loan? And how do we know that JPS is going to find the rest of the money needed to help with this? Because I could be,
And to
they
get
could,
it done by February, as they say,
yeah.
and to
So
not pass this deadline.
exactly. And it's giving someone an unsecured loan. For example, it's like you coming to me, to simplify it, Tony, you coming to me saying that your car broke down, you need three tire, and you're asking me if I can lend you one tire, two tires, but you still need a third tire to fix your car, and you don't have any idea how you're going to get the third tire. So even if I give you the two tires, you still can't move. If I give you two tires and you need three, the car still stall.
Yep.
You might can rim it pan one and destroy a rim and move further down the line. But until you can give me reassurance that you can get another tire, what's the point of me giving you my two tires? However, the government is saying that it's putting them closer to getting the third tire. And the Jamaican people want answers because, as you know, the Jamaican people don't like JPS. JPS has been making profits of over 60 million US dollars a year.
A year.
However, making that profit and they still don't have the budget needed to restore electricity. It is on them to restore it.
Yes.
And then it gets more complex than that because this could be them essentially leveraging the government to help renew their contract. And then there is also the conflict of interest. The government owns up to almost 20% of JPS. Almost
Yeah.
20% of JPS. So imagine you own two, I own part of the car, so I want your car to fix up, but there's a conflict of interest because I shouldn't be lending you the tires. You should be getting the tires from elsewhere.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So is this, and it's technically a kind of bit of a gray area.
You would say so, yeah?
Yeah,
Well,
it's
it
a
is.
gray
Yeah, it
area.
definitely is. It definitely is.
And
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think that money is needed more by the people personally. I'm not saying that if this is a solution that JPS can get the money, but I need to have reassurances. What are the terms and conditions of me giving you my two tires? If I give you the two
Accountability.
tire, if I give you the two tire and you rim it down the road and you bust the two tires, them now we want two tire again. And now I'm out two tires. Now my vehicle now have my two spare them gone. You get what I'm saying? So I
Yeah.
think the government should be like, where do we go from here to ensure that the government gets a benefit? Because it makes no sense the government lends a private company money
To not get it back
because they're not get if,
in
if
some form
how are
or
they gonna
some
pay you
way.
back? How are they gonna pay you back? Are you gonna get paid in interest? If the license is not renewed, then JPS
Would
basically
have
can
to,
go bankrupt
would have
and
to,
lose the money, and you lose your
yeah.
money.
Or what would maybe happen? We might see what that the Jamaican government might get a bigger percentage in the company.
No, but that is technically that's
But
something that
it's
means they have to dilute the shares. So they
it's
don't want
some
to. It would be more of if the JPS CEO diluted the shares and use the shares in order to raise revenue in the company, but they're not going to want to do that. If we were to buy $150 million of shares and stocks in the company, then we could do that. But then there's also the thing is, one of the reasons why I like the fact that JPS is private is Jamaicans struggle a lot with electricity and the prices of electricity. If the government is too involved in providing that service, then it becomes a political trump card. For the next
It
election,
is.
a man might be like, "Oh, I'm gonna get your electricity rates down if you vote for me."
And
And we
that's
don't want the
why,
government to kind of have that power. So when I
and
hear
that
that
is,
JPS is private, a part of me is like, I like that it's private. I hate that it's private because it's monopolized.
no,
But
I
I
don't think it
understand
should
that
ever
I
be
don't want,
private.
yeah, huh?
I don't think it should ever be private.
But then the government would be in a state where people will always be complaining about the price of it until the point where they use it as a political leverage in order to get votes, and then it would eventually ruin the company, bro.
I don't.
Look at how they use water to manipulate the voting systems. Oh, I give you a community water if you vote for me. You get access. Then it's a
Yeah,
it's
but
a
but
it's
the
a
thing
very
is, another
complicated
vein.
issue.
These things are not necessarily ideal.
Yeah.
When I say them not ideal, it's not ideal for a politician to use the water, use the light as leverage
Y-
in a
But they
political.
will. They will. They're
Yeah,
politicians.
but the thing is now the country should be the one running it. You know what I said? Because if the country is running it,
Mhm.
they're going to do things which is in the best interest of the company and not treat Jamaica as
Mm.
customers.
No, I don't
If
think.
you see
I
what
don't.
I
I
mean.
don't. I don't think the country should
Some
run it.
things,
I think there should be competition. Maybe we have a governmental
I
one.
know that also works. That also works. But I just believe that some things should not be privatized.
Mm,
Another thing that should never be privatized heavily is education
mm.
and healthcare.
Okay. All right. All right.
You
Pre
know?
electricity. We live in Spain, right?
Yeah,
You have Iberdrola and another company. I don't even know the other one because Iberdrola will always work with. But
yeah,
every month you get a call from the other one saying, "Oh, I'll give you a cheaper rate."
true.
And you know what that do? That keeps the rate down. Jamaica pays one of the highest rates per kilowatt of energy in the
Of
world.
energy in the
In the
world.
world, in the world, bro. A
In the
small
world,
island
yeah.
paying more than these big countries because there's a lack of competition. JPS don't have any competition. And I understand why JPS charge those rate because when you have 20, I think around 25% of
Yep.
the country a thief light. 25% of the country a thief light.
But it but the thing is now, it don't matter if 25 teeth in light because what? Them get back the money in other vein.
Yeah, bro, because the people.
There's a thing that they do, and them even admit this publicly a few years ago, a few years ago when I was younger, that okay, Davian might live in a area named um Rum Lane,
Yeah,
and Tony might live in Cherry Gardens. I cannot get access to Rum Lane and to Davian and the 50,000 houses that are there, but I will accumulate their bill and I will divide it amongst the people who live in Cherry Garden,
yep,
and
yep,
they still make back their
yep.
profit.
The
So
people.
I don't think that that is not an excuse
Yeah,
after saying all of that.
it's an excuse because it's unfair to the people to be paying electricity for people that are stealing electricity, bro.
It is. And the thing is now that telling me that they're not losing, they're not dropping a dollar. They're not
No,
losing a dollar.
they're
If
not
that is the
losing a dollar,
case.
but it's a big flaw in their system. That's why you see people getting arrested for stealing electricity and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But the biggest issue is it comes down to the government being more transparent on these issues instead of making these decisions so quickly without providing proper explanation to the population. Which brings me to the next point is what is the role of the opposition leader in Jamaica?
As you said before, competition,
Yeah. Do
healthy
you,
competition.
do you think the opposition leader adds value to the country?
Yes, it does. It gives a different opinion because
Mm,
I don't believe that one person should stick with only one opinion for the rest of their life.
okay.
You need
Yeah.
to see different opinions, different trains of thought to also sharpen the iron that you have
Mm,
and learn from that side, learn from their mistakes,
yeah.
and or say, all right, this is what I won't do. This might be better. Thank you. Or I
Mm,
hear what you're saying. and I might find a way to improve what you're saying and add it to me.
Yeah,
But you should not be listening to one voice
true,
all the
true.
time.
Jamaicans have the wrong idea of the opposition. Jamaicans think that because the opposition lost the election, that they don't play an important role. And I think the opposition probably plays the most important role in the government. The opposition plays five
Exactly.
roles in to me. They need
Yeah.
to hold the government accountable. That means they need to question every decision that the government make because they are our voice. Otherwise, it will be an autocracy. The government, number two, they need to represent alternative views. They need to give different ideas to the ones that the government are proposing. Just because the government proposes an idea doesn't mean that it's the best. It's also good to hear the other side. Number three, they need to protect our interests. The opposition is so important because they speak up if the government actions end up harming the public. If there was no opposition is a dictatorship.
Exactly. And
So
you need somebody to keep you honest, keep you on your feet.
exactly. The
Yeah.
opposition, number four, the opposition needs to review and challenge laws. They need to examine the bills. They are the people that, even though they were not elected as the leaders of the country, they were technically elected to examine these on our behalf while in parliament. And number five,
And learn
yeah,
from the ruling party's
yeah.
mistakes.
And people need to realize that the opposition, there are the government in waiting. They need to be ready to take over if they win the next election. So the opposition is just, if not as important as the ruling party. And I
It
feel like
definitely is.
Jamaicans, we are so one-sided. You can't, there's no nuance to our thinking. If you question the leadership, that means you're against it. If you say that um why is the prime minister doing this? It means say you're a PMP and you don't rate the prime minister. No, there should never be
No.
a leader of our country that cannot answer questions or stand up to scrutiny. The fact that
Yep.
you're a leader, that means you should have the most scrutiny in the country, bro. And I want Jamaicans to actually think about that. When they see the opposition leader asking questions, yes, he might have his ulterior motives, but he's doing his job. He's doing what he's supposed to be doing. He's not just
Mhm.
being there to be difficult. He's doing what he's supposed to be doing. That is how dictatorships gets formed. That is how people end up under one prime minister for 25 years, 30 years
With no progress
with no
sometimes.
progress. The opposition is very important. And I guarantee you, Tony, someone is going to be watching and hearing me say this and then be like, that PMP boy go suck him mother.
Sometimes that's all we hear. We hear the most violent, we hear the most
Yeah,
outstanding things, but not the rest of the argument.
yeah, like Tony, I can be against one of your policies, but our overall objective should be the same, bro. The opposition and the political ruling party, their objective is the same, to make
We
the
should be
country
one
better,
Jamaica.
better, make Jamaica great again. Oh, to steal a certain phrase for certain people.
David.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Jamaica
whoa.
first. But I want people out there
Yeah.
to understand that in a country where we have two political parties, two dominant political
Dominant, too
parties,
dominant. We have a lot. We have a
two
few
dominant
parties, but too
political
dominant.
parties, they are equally as important to ensure, for the most important thing, for democracy to be maintained. The moment that the opposition loses their voice, that is essentially like the people losing their voice. And without a voice, we are in a dictatorship. So don't let anyone you see in the comments, or even 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 the political leaders, disregarding and saying, why is the opposition questioning them? Bro, they're doing their jobs. They're supposed to be questioning you. They're
It's healthy
supposed to be looking
competition.
into it.
It's competition.
My thing against the opposition, though, because obviously I have to give some point, the opposition should be doing this out of good faith with the same goal in mind. If they question the ruling party, why are you questioning it? Are you just being difficult, or do you need answers? Are you providing solutions as well? We need a combination of all these things, Tony.
Yep.
We need such a combination of all these things in order to have a successful country. I like the fact that the opposition has a voice.
Of course.
I
As
like
me
the
say,
fact
it's
that there's an
always good to listen.
opposition. I will never want to listen to one opinion ever in my life.
No.
One opinion means that you are in a cult. You are in a cult.
True.
You are that person is now has now become your god.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
It's not right.
Sometimes the
Yeah.
opposition knows more than we know as the people. You know. And they can ask these questions. So I don't
Eh,
want people to be criticizing the fact that the opposition is asking questions. Criticize the fact that if the opposition is asking questions and not providing solutions, because that is one of their things. They need to provide alternatives as well. They're not
yeah.
just there to sit on their asses. They get paid a lot and they get paid the same amount of money as the ruling party.
Hmm.
Ray, you are American, so you don't know the Jamaican system. You're Jamaican. Sorry, I apologize. I keep stealing that part. How do you feel about that?
I think what I like to hear from y'all is like I think you guys have more of a say in what goes on in your country than someone like me, for an example. I think you guys actually care about voting more than we do. And I think you guys actually stand more together on what to pick for your country than an American. I'm just speaking for somebody that doesn't vote. I never voted before, you
Oh,
know?
no, no, no. You're speaking for yourself. I think the voter turnout in Jamaica is quite low, so I don't think we actually do that. I think if the voter turnout was 80 to 90%, then I would say they care about voting. I think the voter, if it was up to me, an election will be null and void if we don't get at least a 60% voter turnout.
No, I say 75%. Under
Even the more the merrier.
75% is for me is a no confidence vote because
Yeah,
we're not voting for a guild president of a university. We're not voting for the vice president of a Rotary Club
yeah,
or a company. We're talking about a whole country.
yeah,
More people need to be involved in the voting. So for me, under 75% is a no confidence vote. And
yeah.
there would be no, for me, there would be no prime minister.
Tony, I can't fight against that, bro. I can't fight that because the more
Yes.
people to vote, the more honest opinion we have knowing about the population, what they actually
Uh-huh.
want.
Yes.
How many people vote in Jamaica? What's the percentage?
The
Let
last
me see.
election, the percentage, not really sure.
Let me
We
go
have
do
to
a,
do some research.
let me do a quick research. The voter turnout in Jamaica. Come on, my friend. The
Oh,
voter
yeah.
turnout in the recent one was 39.5%, up from 40%, up from 38%.
Ooh, what?
So
Less
less than
than
half
half the
of the
country
country.
is deciding for the country. You see what I mean?
Oh,
That
then I
should
Option
not,
take
less
that
than half of the
back.
that
I
should
country,
take
my
never,
it
friend.
that
back.
should never be, that should never be in any government. I think
That's
there should
awful.
be a law or a stipulation that says if you don't have a certain amount of the population voting or on the voters list
Yeah.
to start with, on the voters list to start with,
Mm.
there should be no election,
Mm?
and the country basically would be shared among like seats,
A bipartisanship, a
a
coalition government, a
bipartisan
coalition government.
commission.
Oh, we can't have a coalition government because we have 63 seats, so it will never be tied.
And that's
Why do
another
you,
problem. But you
why do
can do things to
y'all
change that.
Mm?
You can do things to change that.
Yeah, yeah. Tony, I would say the voters list need to have at least 75% just to start. Just to start.
To
I
start.
don't, as we say, we take small steps. Let's get the voters list to 75%. And maybe we need the voter turnout to be 51% of the population to start. 51% meaning that majority of the population decided for the population, not the
Yeah,
minority of the population
yeah,
deciding for majority of the
exactly,
population.
exactly.
And make it mandatory. There are countries in the world where it's mandatory. In Belgium, it's mandatory to vote.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
And
I
If
if
don't
you
know how
don't
I
not, there
vote,
are
feel
you
about
get
that.
fined.
stipulations.
And I think it should be mandatory for people to vote.
Nah, I don't think so.
So, oh, bro, whenever you tell Ray from now on, if you tell me something about your president that you don't like, I'll be like, shut the fuck up because you didn't vote. You didn't use
I
your
do.
vote.
Do you ever hear me talk about the president?
Yeah, that means you're happy. That means you're supporting. That means you're supporting. I think people should vote, by the way.
Yeah, yeah,
Listen,
yeah.
we can go back and forth about that, bro. I don't think I don't want to throw a ignorant statement out there, bro, but I think the history in my country with black people voting, really I don't think we really like improved. I don't
What do you
think
mean, bro? The last election was made. I think it was decided by the minorities. If the minorities had voted for a
but
different
what gets
president,
done?
huh?
What gets done? What
What
gets done?
there is incremental changes to it. And if you live in America, give us 2 minutes, people. I know we're not an American podcast, but I like if you live in America and you say that nothing has been done over the last few hundred years, then something is wrong, Ray. I
No,
don't. I would rather you
Devane. I'm not
say not
saying
enough.
that,
Not
bro. I'm
enough
not
has been done. Not enough has been done, but there's things being done. There was a time,
Devane.
Ray, where you couldn't go into certain restaurants.
Devane.
Your kids couldn't go to certain school.
Listen. You can throw all those facts at me, Devane. But if we're putting 100%, if we're doing like up to 100%, we're probably at like 20 something percent.
But 20
That's
something percent is
nothing,
better
sir.
than 19.
Devane, that's nothing.
But it's still better than
I
Look how
think
19.
many
what he
Let
years
wants
you
to
just say
ago
say.
I'm throwing
slavery.
facts at you and you're
Devane,
disregarding facts.
Devane, look how many years ago slavery ended. Why are we only at 20%?
Exactly. As I'm saying, Ray, you're agreeing with me. I'm saying not
I'm
enough
not
is.
agreeing with you. I'm
You're
saying
saying not.
it. We
You're saying not enough has been done and it's not moving as fast as it should be, which I agree with. There is still room for growth. But to say that there's been no growth would be
bro,
an injustice for all those that have fought for the movements that you've made. You know, that's literally saying Martin Luther King didn't do shit. That is saying Malcolm X didn't do shit. That is saying
Malcolm
Marcus
and
Garvey
Martin
didn't
Luther
do
King are
fucking
not in the
one.
same
That is saying,
category.
yeah,
They're not in the same
they're
category,
not,
bro.
but they all contributed to things moving up, bro. It's not a lot, but I would say a step forward is better than no step at all.
Devane, it's not enough.
It's not. That's what I'm saying, Ray. It's not enough,
But
but it's something. And I know
here's the
it's like
thing.
saying I know it might come across that you're settling for scraps, but it's best to
Sounds
take
like
what
it.
you can get instead of taking
That
nothing.
sounds awful, bro. And that's what
Wait,
it happens
David.
when we vote. That's what happens when we vote.
Wait,
We
David.
take scraps all the time.
Until you get to
All
the
the
point.
time.
You
But
think,
but for how
bro,
long, David? How long?
oh,
For how
I don't
long?
that's it, that's it.
understand what you're
But
trying to
guess what?
say.
But guess what? For every Ray that is in the world that doesn't vote or exercise their voice, who is winning?
Devane.
Who no,
I
you not
no,
voting. Who is winning?
let me get this, please.
Who is
Devane.
winning, Ray? Who is winning? Every time
Devane.
you don't vote, who is winning?
Devane.
Who is
Listen
winning
to
when
me,
you don't
sir.
vote? Answer the
Listen
question.
to me, sir. Listen to
Answer
me,
the
sir.
question first. Answer the
Listen
opposition
to me,
question.
sir. Please. Before I answer your question, listen to me.
Okay.
Only the one percenters in the USA matter, sir. Their votes matter. My vote does not matter.
Oh my God,
It
Ray,
does
Ray,
not
Ray, Ray,
matter,
Ray,
Devane.
Ray. All right, all right. You know
Bro,
what?
you know, hold on, no,
Listen,
You know,
I'm not gonna
wait.
say anything until
Hold
you
on,
finish.
Devane. You know when there is a protest and we go to town halls in the state and most of the American people are complaining about what's going on, you know the percentage of that law passing? Like 0.3%. What do you think a black dude's gonna do for that? Nothing.
Oh,
Bro, years and years of our voting history, voting for Democrat, they did nothing. Nothing. Republicans
not
did
true that,
nothing.
David. Not true that,
It's a
David.
game, Devane. It is a
David.
game, sir.
when him
David.
done talk, me
As
answer
in,
him, Tony. Me answer him. Ray, Ray,
Yeah, he didn't grow up in
Ray.
it. Go ahead.
All right, Ray. You are the 1%'s wet dream. They dream about people like you, people that feel like they don't have a voice. That's the people that they want. They need you. You help keep them in power because you don't believe your voice counts. Ray, every
It
million
don't,
of
bro.
you, every black person like you that think your voice don't count, you're only propelling their propaganda. They make you believe that your voice don't
Okay.
count. They're the ones that make you think your voice don't count, Ray. The reality of is this:
People, this
there
is
are
how I'm
more of
going
you
to
than the one
destroy a
percent. We
conversation.
know, we know.
Ready?
If there are
Go
more of
ahead.
you than the 1%, and you can make change, you can advocate for your change. Don't you think there will changes will be made? You are
Dwayne,
listening to this
changes will
propaganda.
not
They
go
make
in.
you believe that you don't have any vote. They make you believe that you don't have any voice. That's them winning. That's the mental manipulation. That's the mental slavery
Dwayne,
that they have you in. That's the new form of slavery, to believe
it's
that you
not.
don't have a voice,
No.
bro. Ray, as your friend, I'm telling you, your vote matters and you have a voice. And if there
Sir,
are millions of you with this voice speaking up, it will change things. And that is
sir,
how they maintain power. They maintain power by making you believe you don't have a voice, my friend.
sir, I have a
Not,
question.
yeah.
Before you
I have a
answer,
question.
before you
Go ahead,
answer, before
Sunil.
you
Go
answer,
ahead,
sorry.
man, because
Just,
I'm
me
about to
just,
end the conversation. Go ahead. Go ahead,
me
man.
just want to say this. Me just
Go
want to say
ahead.
this. Remember, Ray, there are people that died so that we can get the right to vote. There are people that died that we
Okay.
can get the right to vote. I understand where you come from. I understand where Davian coming from, and I can understand where Ray coming from. I think Ray is coming from a place of saying, like, I have been giving my vote all this time, and for my vote, I haven't been seeing any results. After even following a flag after so many years, my condition, it actually hasn't gotten better. It has gotten like a fresh coat of paint, to say the least. A fresh coat of paint that looks good, but they didn't fix the wall of the house that is falling down. But every 5 years is a fresh coat of paint.
I'm gonna
Right,
ask you
Ray?
this. Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. But let me ask you this.
Talk to me. Davian so come back.
Here, so y'all are saying vote, right? My vote counts.
Me?
Go ahead.
No, 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 no. I'm asking if you're talking to me
Yeah,
directly.
I'm asking y'all. I'm because y'all
All right.
said my vote matters,
I
right?
believe that my vote, it counts to an extent.
Your vote,
To
right?
an extent, it does matter.
I'm
Yeah.
y'all are not, but you guys are talking about my vote, right? In
Yeah.
my case, in the states, it matters, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I have a question for you. Do you go for the Democrat side where they have a history of putting black people in prison, right?
Yeah.
And creating a law called the 123. Do you go with that side?
Yeah.
Or do you go with the Republican side where they have always fought for against segregation? That we're all about the Jim Crow laws. Which side do you go for?
The one that benefits me and my condition.
What ah
The one
and what
that's the
side
one
is
that the one
what
that's
side is
saying
that?
a message of my advancement. That is the one who I
What's
should be going with.
what side is that?
I think we know which side is that, Ray. The
So you're
blue
gonna
side, not the
go,
red side. The blue
yo.
side.
So you're gonna go with the Democrat who have put more black people in jail than the Republican side. That's what you're gonna go with.
Ray.
You
Ray,
see what I'm saying?
Ray,
Y'all don't
Ray.
know because y'all haven't lived that. Y'all do not know.
Ray.
You
But Ray,
guys do not know.
Wait,
Mo
wait.
always
Ray.
wait, David. Mo always respect your opinion, Ray, because as you say, you draw the final straw. I have never lived it. I can only tell you what it looks like from the outside looking in. You are an insider, you have been there, you have seen it a lot of times. You've been seeing it. So I can't discredit anything that you're about to say as an insider.
Ray.
Go ahead.
We operate in a world of dualities, two-party system. If the Democratic people that were vote, the Democrats, the way you say, don't do much change. If the people at the base were voting the way that they wanted to advocate for change, they elect their leaders. You elect your leaders. Your vote gets the leaders in. The Democrats don't just get power without electing leaders. It's the fact that people choose a party and then they just go by everything. You have voice, bro. Stop believing you
Devane,
don't have a voice, bro.
Devane.
No, if all the Democrats came together, all the people that voted for the Democrats and have a consensus on what the change that they wanted to do and they actually went out, there will be change, Ray. Don't make people feel it, bro. As your friend, Ray, as your friend,
Good.
don't ever let anyone feel like your vote don't matter and your voice don't count. Because that is them having one up on you without you even knowing it.
Listen, bro. My vote don't matter. That's not them putting it in my head. It don't matter, Devane.
Is it Tony?
Devane, I
I'm giving
can't
you
go
an
for a
example of the
side.
mentality
Devane,
we remarking
I
by the time.
cannot. I'm sorry. I cannot vote for a side that put most of my people in prison. Off
Hmm?
a system 1, 2, 3 in prison.
You think either
You
side
don't know about
would
it because you didn't live that.
you think either side would make a it would make a difference with side?
Devane, that's my problem. You're talking my
Okay,
vote
okay.
matters.
How about
Hold on, no, wait,
how
wait, wait.
about
My vote
you get a
matters, but
leader?
which side do I go for? The one
No,
that screwed my people
to be
or the
honest,
one
Ray, to
that
be honest,
doesn't care for my people? Which side?
you live in a country where it's is choosing the greater evil.
I can't choose neither, man.
And better to choose the lesser
My
evil
heart's
because
too
the
pure
lesser
for
evil
that.
has a closer chance of redemption than the
Heart's
greater
too
evil.
pure
No,
for it, bro.
Davian. No, I
Can't
don't
do it.
believe in choosing no
Heart,
evil.
nah, my heart's too
No,
pure for that,
you
bro.
Name
can't.
a
This is
politician that is not
if
evil,
Davian.
Tony.
Let me tell you this,
Name a
Davian.
politician that's not evil.
Let me stop you right now, Davian. You see, if you're going to go in there with that mentality, there will be no change. You
There will
remember
be
what
no
you said
change.
earlier about opposition is healthy competition and it's good?
All right.
Choosing the lesser evil is not exactly choosing the opposition, you know,
Mm.
because you're working for the same octopus that have 8 tentacles, but you're voting for another tentacle of that 8.
All right, all right, all right.
So I
Forget
don't,
where Tony.
so I don't think. I maybe me, at best I want to think that you use the wrong term,
No, no.
but voting for
Let
the
me
lesser
let me explain
evil
it. Let me explain it to you. All right.
is not a good thing to do.
When I look at the American system, the Republican and the Democrats are not the problem.
The
They're not the
corporations of
problem.
America are the problem.
The Republicans and the Democrats aren't the problem of America. You know who the problems are? The problem are that same 1% that have you believing that you have to vote for a two-party system, that same 1% that controls both those parties, that same 1% that sponsors them.
Then Davian, if you're just saying
Those are the
all of this,
people
why
that
you
work in
what?
the government,
Not,
Devane.
so Davian, if you just tell me all of that a while ago, explain to me now
No,
how my
what I'm
vote
saying is
matter.
this
If my
one.
vote, wait, no, Davian, wait, no. Explain to me now after saying that. How does my vote matter if my vote going trickle down to the same 1%?
Okay.
It don't matter if me go from the left side or the right side. My vote will trickle down to that 1%.
All right. We spent
Explain to
two
me how
minutes.
my vote
2 minutes.
matter now.
Tony, you know about Thomas Tisselwood?
I know about that man. One of the wickedest man
All
in
right. It's
history.
basically the Thomas Tisselwood playbook on a larger scale, on a countrywide scale, where imagine there being 100 slaves on a plantation, and there's only one slave master. That is it in O'Neil. 1%, one slave master controlling 100 slaves on a plantation because he has mentally manipulated them to the point where they think they don't have any power, where they
Devane.
fear the consequences, where they want change, but
But
they're
you know
too
that's a different
scared.
Devane.
context,
You
Davian.
know you're
No,
just
but that's
proof.
to simplify it to
You're just
how they have
making my
mentally
case sound
manipulated the
better.
people.
Why my
No,
vote doesn't
Ray,
matter,
I'm trying to make it say that for every one of you that thinks this is a win in that 1% book.
bro.
You
I can't agree with you,
you're
bro.
giving
I'm
them the double.
sorry.
You are a double in their column.
I'm
Nothing,
not,
nothing. The 1% don't like anything better than a silent black man.
bro.
But you know that is also true, Davian. But all right, at the end of the day, all right, what I want to say is your vote matters, but you have to know how you vote, into what system you're voting, and you voting, what does that mean at the end of the day?
If you don't vote in the
If you
system,
don't study, if you don't study and have the answers to all of these questions, you should not find yourself in a voting position. because it means that you are not ready to vote, you are not ready to make a decision because you are not
Mm.
well informed.
Exactly. Exactly.
But at the end of the day, what I will keep in my mind is that a lot of people sacrifice so that I can vote.
Hmm. So that black man can vote, so that woman can
Listen,
vote.
listen. I'm
Re-
glad that we have the ability to vote, but I just wish it meant more than what it's supposed to.
Fair enough. We
Simple as
all
That's
that.
do,
well
Ray.
said.
We all do, Ray. We all do. We can agree on that. We can all 100% agree on that.
Simple as that, bro.
And to move on from the sad and depressing topic to another sad and depressing topic, this week we lost reggae icon Jimmy Cliff.
Yes, the great
Yeah,
Jimmy
man.
Cliff.
Yeah, rest in
Rest in
power,
peace.
Jimmy Cliff. Rest in peace.
Rest in
A
power.
true legend, a true Jamaican legend. Make Jimmy Cliff was making music before Bob Marley,
Yeah, man.
and many people don't know that,
Mr. James, yes.
Forgot the
Mm-hmm.
name of his documentary. I watched his documentary a while ago.
Mm.
A documentary or the
Um
movie?
the
Which
movie, the movie.
which one? The harder they
The
come.
harder they come, the
Yeah,
harder they
yeah, yeah,
fall.
yeah,
I would
yeah.
say
The
that's
harder they
probably the
come.
best Jamaican movie.
You
It,
know
I would
what?
say in the
I
top
was
three,
second
top
that.
three.
I was second that. I was second that. It
Trust
was a
me,
nice
for
movie.
its time, the cinematography that it had and the story,
Mm.
it was based on a true story.
No, no, I didn't know that.
It was based on a true story. We talk about this a lot of times, Davian. Artists used to do music for producers and they never used to get paid.
Yeah,
So
still don't
Reagan,
get paid.
which is Jimmy Cliff in the movie, he played the man named Reagan. He basically go for fee money from the producer to get paid for music,
Mm.
which was a thing back then. Because musicians never used to get paid a lot of money. They used to have a lot of talent, but that talent was not necessarily compensated for
I still think they don't get enough.
because of what you call it. Like, sorry. Is it higher demand for supply? The demand, the demand for get
Producers.
rich, the demand for get something out of music was higher
Mm.
than the supply, which would be the music producers who would help them push their careers. So
Yeah.
it used to be saturated with musicians, so that's why them never used to pay them that much.
And look
Because
how
if
it,
this one don't perform, we can get a next one tomorrow.
and look how it flip now.
Flip the script. Bob Marley was one of them who actually helped flip that script. That's why I'm from Tough Gang. Same
Yeah.
thing. Producer them take him, what I say? Farm Tough Gang, make him own money, print him own things, make him own music, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a true story. The harder
Yeah,
they come,
man.
the harder they fall.
Yeah, man. Rest
Mm-hmm.
well, Jimmy Cliff. Well, rest well.
I have, I
Rest
have a I have
well.
a question for both of you.
Yeah.
Um, Jimmy Cliff was already one of the richest musicians in Jamaica. How much more do you think his stocks will go up?
Brother, he will be topping the reggae charts for at least a week or two. As an the biggest thing for artists, when an artist die, the music, the sales go up. It's one of the most morbid things there is.
But
No
how
one,
much? To
hmm?
10
Sad.
folds,
I
20
hate that that's the
folds?
case too.
I would say probably 10. I don't want to give an estimate on the number, but it will go up. It will go up, Tony.
I think so too
He's probably
because
topping the reggae charts now, and he has not been on the charts for the longest time.
I think so too because you have I've seen a bunch of hip hop artists reposting it too. So I
Yeah.
think like I said, like when what Devane said, man, when people pass, we
Yeah,
tend
money
to
go.
we
Yeah,
tend to
yeah.
study them more, man.
The price go
Yeah, man, you get the flowers now.
up.
You get the flowers now. You get the flowers now. But
And speaking of which, I think it was this week they announced that the One Love movie soundtrack is the most streamed reggae album ever. The most streamed. With right now it
What?
has the last time I saw it was 5.7
I think for
billion
a movie
streams.
soundtrack,
Yeah,
5.7 billion streams, I think.
yeah. So the most stream
As the
reggae
most
album,
for a movie
For
soundtrack
reggae,
too.
reggae, reggae, reggae,
reggae,
reggae.
reggae,
Reggae.
reggae, and reggae album.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I saw a movie soundtrack, bro.
But
Oh, off the Bob. Mali.
yes, yeah, man. Anywhere Bob touchdown, him touchdown.
In
You know what
Ronnie
I
Road.
say? However, no, not however. I would want to say this was not an easy feat by any means. You know what I say? It not take boy face forget more than 1 billion streams. I can't think of a reggae song that have 1 billion streams. Maybe on you know Rude by Magic. Why you gotta be so rude? Remember that song there?
Yeah, yeah.
Don't know
I
that
They
I'm
got to
human too. That's
go.
a reggae song, you know.
this
Yeah.
somebody took that. They took that. Who took that?
No, nobody took it. It's
Um
their song.
no, but somebody took. I heard somebody sing that too. And
Yeah.
Nick Jonas, the Jonas brother.
Ah,
Yeah, they made that song famous.
do you think so? No,
Mm.
man. Rude by Magic was what was it was a hit song from it come out.
When did it come out?
Let me check. But all I know, you see, when that song did come out, Dorian, like me used to listen to the song, but me never actually, it never clicked to me that it was reggae. This was, which year was this?
I think 2013.
2013.
Oh, that's the song I'm talking about. Yo, who's featured in that song?
Nobody. The name of the group is Magic. Song
Magic. Oh,
title
okay.
Rude. Yeah.
Ah, yeah, yeah. That song, nah, that song's fire.
Fire,
Yeah, I
fire.
remember
Canadian
that.
pop
Yeah,
reggae, bro.
Yeah, man. Pop reggae.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. Most stream reggae album of in history. One Love
Yeah. One love.
from the
All
movie
right.
soundtrack.
All right. Move on to another sad. I feel like it's a sad bomb
it's
clock
not
topic week.
sad,
No,
man.
it's not sad,
Listen,
David. It's a
Sad
topic
topic
for
week. The reggae
discussion.
boys. The reggae boys. I
It's
wasn't here.
football.
Football. Reggae boys. For context, for people that follow football, the Jamaica Reggae Boys, the Jamaica football team, they failed to automatically qualify for the FIFA World Cup in USA, Mexico, and Canada in
oh man.
2026. They did so by failing to top their group. However, placing second in the group, they have a second chance of qualifying in
For
March
through a
if
playoff.
through a playoff game if they beat New Caledonia and
North.
then New Caledonia and then they beat Democratic Republic of Congo. So they have to win these two matches. And this has
Wow.
been very devastating for the island. Everyone has been disappointed. None more so, I would say, than one of our biggest athletes and probably our biggest athletes and our biggest legend,
And he was
Usain.
not afraid to show his disappointment
Yeah, I have
in
a
the
video.
team.
I have a
And I can
video of him.
understand. I can understand because Bolt is a patriot. Bolt has represented Jamaica. And he
Mhm,
was talking to the football team right before the match. And
mhm.
he was saying, well, he was you will hear it in the interview, but he was
Yo,
talking to the team
damn.
right before the match. He was like
It's time
cheering them
to.
on.
It's time to let it go. Let that hair go.
What's wrong? It's like
Yeah, one to one to
Boat
Bolt.
and LeBron. Boat and LeBron.
No, but
Money
Boats is
problem.
worse. Look at that. Look like a whole. He got a whole island section on his
Oh
head.
God,
Leave the
man.
legend alone. I don't want you to know this will be
Leave the legend,
tolerated.
yes.
No, this will be tolerated.
A man say like Italy in the comments.
Yeah, yeah. Italy is also going to the playoff. All right, so you can hear what Mr. Bolt, the legendary Usain Bolt, ever say.
Do you make of the people having an issue with them going to party afterwards, after the match?
So for context, the first question is: this is after the Reggae Boys failed to qualify for the World Cup. This is one of the national team players at a popular strip club in Jamaica after losing and after failing to qualify for the World Cup. I think we're the first team that drew a game 0-0, but we lost the game 0-0.
Yeah, of course. I'm one of them good. Why
Oh,
would you?
okay.
There's no way that means they did.
Anguish into purpose and
But,
You're here at the I Love Jamaica Telethon representing Digicel. Yeah, man. So So just talk to me now, like what this whole moment mean for you. I know that you're always representing Trelawney. Just talk to me about the devastation and what you hear from the people then when you go out there and I talk to them.
So the first thing is at a telethon to raise money for the people that suffered losses during Hurricane Melissa. So this interview is based on that. So I don't want to skip out anything because I think it's as important as talking about, if not more important than talking about the Reggae Boys.
For me, it's just the people them just a ball, is me. Them just want help, and I try my best to give as much as possible. And I'm trying to listen to exactly what people want because everybody's just trying to do as much as possible, and I'm just trying to do my part. So I was just happy to come here. The minister called me and tell me, listen, we're having this. We'd love for you to be a part of it, and it was a no-brainer. As you know, I'm always a big supporter of my country, so I was happy to be here.
Yeah. So talk to me now. Like I'm sure you've had personal friends and family who have been impacted. What is the state of the devastation? And what the needs them? Where you actually hear them as specific needs?
Well, right now, mostly just roofs. Tell you the truth. A lot of people just want to try fix up at them house because some you might know all the house gone, but there's parts leaking or the windows are gone. So there's a lot of things that we need to do. I'm doing organizing my mom, and we're just doing a lot on that side. We found out that a lot of people now need mattresses because of everything. So we have purchased like 400. So we're just trying to figure out and organize to see where to go and directly to get it. So that's the next thing that I'm working on trying to get. So we're just trying to listen to the people and hear what they must say, and then we'll try to figure out how we can get it done.
No, you're saying how you manage your emotions now, because you are, man, living icon in them. I can only imagine that a lot of you are like the savior, like, yo, you saying do this. How you manage, like, your team, I share all of that with her. When I was saying at the street, it's like, yeah, man.
No, man, for me, I told them at the start, listen, I don't mind reaching out, just tell me what you need. If I can get it sorted, I'll get it sorted or something, because I understand the struggles that people are going through, and a lot of people are doing a lot. So if I can help in any way, I will. And I've contacted my sponsors, all my overseas sponsors that are willing to give back and to help. So we have a lot more to do, and sponsors are coming on board. So I'm very happy with what's going on.
Have you started?
And one thing here, so this is not just the first time Usain Bolt is giving back. This man has always been giving back to his community and to Jamaica, not only on
ever
the track
since.
field.
Big facts.
And
Yeah.
the thing is, most of what he has given back, it's always done in silence. He moves in
Yes,
silence.
yes,
Sometimes you
yes.
hear someone come out and be like, "Oh, I had cancer and I got Usain Bolt's number and I sent him a message that I need help with the treatment, paying for the treatment." And he literally just said, "All right, speak to this person."
Yeah.
Done. Done. This man gives back so much.
Like the communication with your kids, like for them to understand, like what go on, like they have any idea, or them still in their own bubble now.
Them still live their best life. But you know what I mean? With seeing this, I wouldn't want him to understand this because it's so tough to see, for me to even see it and see what people are going through and watch people are living in a certain condition now. It's just rough to see.
Yeah, best we just shield them from
Yeah,
this.
exactly.
No, just to wrap up now, are you aware that you are now a meme?
Yeah.
Are you aware of that?
Yeah. I saw somebody said it to me. It was a stressful day, I must say. It was
Have you
stressful day.
gotten over that? Like,
No. As
It's still-
a sportsman, it's hard to swallow that pill because I don't feel like they really gave it their all and they didn't leave everything out there on the field, all the players. So it really resonated in a bad way with me.
yeah, no, what do you make of the people having an issue with them going to party afterwards, after the match?
Of course, I'm one of them too. Why would you? There's no way. That means they didn't care. It didn't affect you in any way that you miss a moment as the World Cup for our nation that actually going through it now. You know what it would have meant for the people to have something to cheer about and to be happy about. And then after that, no, it's like you don't care. So, and as I said, they could see it on the field. They didn't play it with their heart, and so it's just one of the. And as sportsman, I said it's really rough to watch. I'm saying.
So you're hopeful that there's another chance for them to qualify?
Look, tell you the truth. Tell you the truth. Tell you the truth. If this was the easiest one and we would make it slip away, we can't do the next heartbreak. To follow up on this, I'll watch, but we can't get deeply invested again.
Okay, I hope you never bet for the match.
No.
Okay. All right, so I just want you to leave it to us looking at the camera and just give, like, for the people out there, especially the father them, because I've been in the street.
It is.
Wow.
It's not
Yo,
easy, oh.
you can hear the passion in his voice.
And
The
I feel
passion
like
in his voice.
Usain Bolt is a man. When he believe in a things, he must spend him money. He must stretch him hand. Not just spending money, but he must stretch him hand for help. I feel like he may help national team at least even one point in time,
No,
That's
bro,
why
he gave them
that's
their
why I feel
speech.
it so
He
much.
spoke to them before the game.
Yeah, that's why I say yeah. And then that happened after the game, and then them sister them go party and all of these
Yeah,
things. It
and
throw you off, brother.
mm-hmm.
It really throw you off.
Yeah, and you
How
know
you
what?
lose and you go party?
Yeah, you know
Which
what the
party
thing,
if you go
Tony.
party when you lose? It's
I
over.
mean,
Or is a
but
I know
celebration say we
personally,
qualify
Tony.
now and it's over? Or is a celebration that I tried my best, but I just didn't make it. And that's it now in the season. All right, I'm a party and forget my drink, my stress away. We still have a chance, Rasta. We still have a working chance to qualify. So I don't think that was the best gesture of going to party after such a big loss, a big disappointment. Jamaica has been facing disappointments for the last month. We've been facing it. The
Pause.
hurricane, the hurricane.
I'm
We've been
glad you
going through
caught that
the
one.
hurricane, the, the non-qualifying of the World Cup, Jimmy Cliff passing. A lot of things been happening in
Miss
Jamaica.
Universe dropping.
What?
Miss Universe dropping off a stage.
We
She
have been
fell?
going through it, my brother.
Yeah, she drop.
It,
She drop.
it would
Oh my
be
god.
such a symbol if those reggae boys were to qualify, were to beat
The
Curacao that
country
night.
needed it,
It would
bro.
be we needed it. It would be a symbol of resilience and strength.
Do you think it was that added pressure of knowing how much the country wanted this that they succumbed to?
Davian, you know what I believe? And I think you said best. I believe that last match that we went into, there was no confidence that we were going to win.
Hmm.
You cannot be confident that you're going to win and have your resignation letter prepared, enveloped, signed
Oh
and
God,
sealed,
God.
ready to hand it in the morning after.
What kind of coach is that?
Nobody does that, my brother. It
If
is
you
not
have
the end of the
confidence,
journey. The
Marcus
journey
Garvey
is done
vibes.
when
Tell him
when the campaign is
without
finished.
confidence. Hmm?
When your campaign is finished and you get to the end, even if you don't cross that finish line, we still have a working chance, Davian.
Hmm?
And if sorry, I don't know this, but I think he finished before his contract was up.
No, yeah, I'm resigning. We resigned, bro.
Yeah.
Coach resigned. Coach
Exactly.
McLaren
Resigning mean
resigned.
that you give up your contract, basically. Who does that?
A loser.
Who does that, my brother?
A
Nobody.
loser.
Somebody
It's
who has a
over,
plan
man.
does that. Somebody who sees something that we cannot
Feel-
see
You know what, Tony? I
does
am going
things
to.
like that.
I
You
am
are a
going to
normal
be.
person who believe in our goal, believe in our team that you've been building for a few years.
Mhm.
You're just going to walk out on me in a most vulnerable moment.
Hmm.
Mhm.
It don't make no sense.
It's over.
And another thing which affects the campaign also, and this has not been the first World Cup that me and you know. The things that happen within the JFF and the controversies. It never helps the footballers, it never helps the campaign. The controversies between Mr. Speed and Mr. Butler, with Liam Bailey, they have a few run-ins too. Things like that. A star player of the team having the problem of when him going for play a match is a female jersey him see. In place a male jersey.
No security.
Or things like the JFF saying that are not providing proper like say resources for the players to use during the qualifiers. him own coach and them kind of things out of him pocket. Like him own like a personal coach. Things like that which are not provided.
Well, personal coach, you pay for them to still Tony.
No, no. I mean, like he was saying it in a way where there was no standard,
Mm.
basically within the camp. He was coming from that perspective.
Yeah. Liam
Some
Bailey,
things
hold
that
on,
should be
hold
in
on.
order were
Liam Bailey,
not
give
in
you that
order.
interview, you know, that get that Italy with that Spain, you know. It's like a 20 euro flight that, take less than 50, yeah. Come and Roma, want to see
One
Roma,
day,
bro.
one day.
Give you an interview, no, boss. Beg your
Yes, one
interview,
day.
man. I beg your interview.
But I think there are many things that actually
Check your DM.
hindered our World Cup campaign. It was not only that last match
What?
or the coach, but every mickle make a muckle, one cocoa full the basket.
Mm.
But I still have hope that we can qualify. And that's
Tony,
all I have to say.
my friend, my brother,
My brother.
I was up at 2 a.m. I watched that game, 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. here in Europe. In bed with my girl, watching that game, and we thought she vexed with me.
Can you wake her up 2 o'clock in the
Wo-
morning?
I woke her up like 5 times in 90 minutes. And you know what the worst thing is? In the morning, she asked me, how was the game? Because I didn't get to sleep. She's like, did you win? It sounded like you won. Imagine telling your girl you keep her up all night and you lose the game. Reggae boys, that's what you did to me. That's what you did. You know what? I went to sleep in my yellow shirt, O'Neil. In my yellow shirt. You can ask her. Yellow shirt.
Yes.
But but a more serious matter, I started making some TikTok about this because it pissed me off, and when I get pissed off, I feel like I make TikToks. I vent. My overall thing is I don't blame the team. I don't blame the coach. I don't blame the JFF. I don't blame none of them. You know who I blame? I blame you, Tonil. I blame me. And I mean, I blame every Jamaican fan that put up with this bullshit. I blame all of we. Our fault.
You're
Don't blame the
right.
reggae boys. Don't blame the coach. Don't blame the JFF. Blame yourself. This all circles back to the entire conversation we just had with Ray. We don't make our voices heard, and we have a small minority making decisions for us.
That is true.
So now they're able to be corrupt. They're able to get away with the bullshit. You notice what's happening? The corruption just continue, and we say, okay, new coach get assigned. Let's go again. Let's support the team again in March.
And that's it.
Where is the outrage? Ta ta
From the
ta ta ta
last
ta.
season.
Tweet, tweet, tweet. Comment, comment, comment. No action. Why we don't go up at the JFF and say, yo, many other letters should have been submitted. The coach wasn't the only one that should have gone. I should have seen some resignation letters from the Jamaica Friends and Family Federation, JFF. We should have seen a lot more resignations. Whenever a company fails, it's not only the CEO leave or the manager. You have to chop off the line. You have to chop a line.
The
People
whole
need to lose them work.
the-
Me see everybody going back to work the next day in the JFF. Me no hear the Ministry of Sports say anything. How can the man where pick the coach? This man went and scouted and been the head of the committee that picked the coach. He picked this coach, bro. Imagine, Ray, I hire you to do a job. I pick you to do a job, and you fail at the job. Aren't I just as responsible as you for failing? Because I picked you.
Yep.
But guess what? No, I got your job, bro. I got the job that I picked you for. Now I have that job.
Exactly. So that
It,
tell me right away, somebody have them echo on. Somebody that tell me right away that is almost like me appoint myself because if I remember correctly, I think Speed was the one who chose McLaren,
I'm not calling anybody name,
who fished
Tony.
out McLaren to be the coach,
Yes. And I think
and
it
then
was one of the greatest moves in he's one of the masterminds. Rudolph Speed is a mastermind.
Davian,
He's
you
one of
know,
the smartest man in Jamaica.
right now, you know, like me know about Rudolph Speed. Remember him used to coach, and then he become
Still
the head
coach.
of the
Him still coach.
federation. The huh?
He's still a coach. Him's coach Cavaliers.
Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no, I mean like him in beginnings.
Mm.
Him the start as a coach, and I don't remember the name of the association, but he was the leader of the association in our parish. And from this, him start to build himself and build him portfolio
He's a
until him
smart
find
man.
himself the head of JFF,
Mm. Yeah.
Mr. Rudolph Speed.
Rudolph Speed. I'm not saying I'm a TikTok. Rudolph Speed have the 48 laws of power next to him belt.
Ah,
No, my yo, Ray, you understand the context of what's going on with this, brother?
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm understanding.
Yeah, this brother. You know what the worst thing is? This brother assigned himself as technical advisor to the coach. After he picked the coach, he assigned himself as technical advisor to the coach.
my
He's a
gosh.
snake.
So he was advising the coach, and then he become the coach. And another thing, Tony,
Yeah.
Snake.
to blame us Jamaican people again, I feel we set our expectations too low when it comes to the reggae boys.
Davian, people get the leaders
Look at the
and the
history. That's why.
representatives that they deserve.
Yeah,
Let
no,
me
we deserve.
repeat.
That's what I'm saying.
People get the leaders and representatives that they deserve
It's
based on
all
the
our
value
fault.
systems that they have and based on how high they hold you to do your responsibility. And I don't think we hold these people very high to do their responsibility.
No, it's all our fault, my friend.
Uh-huh.
It's all our fault. Can you imagine? Can you imagine the
Look at the
easiest
history,
move?
though.
The
Come
history?
on.
No, Ray. I think if
You're gonna hold your team to a
no,
lower
yeah, but
standard. The
Ray,
history explains itself.
you know the saying. What is saying, Tony? Aim for the stars, land for the moon. You hit the moon.
Yeah, yeah. Aim for the stars and hit the moon.
I hit the moon. Guess what? We're aiming to we're not even breaking orbit.
And it's also all right.
The goal should not be to qualify for the World Cup. Set a goal, say, if you qualified for the World Cup, you know, if you qualified for the World Cup, you know that you have a chance of winning the World Cup.
Yep. Every team that qualify have a chance.
Every team that qualifies for the World Cup, Ray, has a chance of winning. It could be a 1% chance, it could be half a percent chance, it could be 0.2% chance. You still have a chance. I know it's not realistic, but if my goal is to just qualify for the World Cup and then what? Give up? They're saying that Speed was assigned as the coach for the interim for the next two games. The next two games are in March. The World Cup is in June. If you qualify for the World Cup in June, you're going to get another coach for the next 3 months as well. That makes sense to you?
I don't think so.
That makes sense to you? Why not get a coach now and say, hey, your mandate is to get us to the World Cup. And if you get us to the World Cup, then you coach at the World Cup. And then after the World Cup, we decide how we develop and prepare for the next World Cup. Because now we qualify for one World Cup. We qualify for this World Cup. The next World Cup, we want to make it out of the group stage. If we
How
don't
many
make it out of the
times are
group
you gonna
stage,
be preparing for another World Cup?
you prepare for another World Cup.
How
Then you
long are you gonna be doing this for?
they
That's
should
my
yo
Yeah,
question.
but
How long?
They should be the 2026 World Cup preparations are done. The preparation is done for that. They should be preparing for 2030. They should be preparing for
Devane, how
2034.
long are y'all gonna
They
be
should be
prepping for? That's
developing
what
the
I'm
kids
asking
for
you.
2030, 2034 now. That's the mentality. That's the futuristic approach they should be taking. You
Not
think you
just
get
the next one, the one after
all the
it.
other teams have been preparing already? Another controversial issue is for the Reggae Boys getting in the international players, more specifically Mason Greenwood. Mason Greenwood was alleged but not found guilty of SA.
Yeah.
Alleged but not found guilty of SA. How would you feel about some not found guilty over there was leaked recordings and of him actually committing the act, but at a later date, I think the person that made the allegations dropped the charges against him. That is the allegation that I've heard. Right?
Yeah.
How do you feel about someone with that background and history representing the national team, Tonil?
All right. For me personally, I don't think I don't think somebody like that should represent Jamaica if they were proven.
No, it was
But
not proven in a court of law, but there
but
was proof that there was evidence that insinuated towards those allegations.
then that sound like there might be some truth to it. Even though I don't want to say there's truth to it, but there might be.
No, no, legally we cannot say there's truth to it because that
Yes.
is libel, slander, defamation. So this
But
all
but
alleged,
morally,
alleged people.
but morally, those are not the standard. That those are not the morals which Jamaicans uphold or should uphold.
Yeah,
So from that point of view, he wouldn't make it to the national team,
yeah. Ray,
right?
what do you think? Ray, what do you think? Do you think that because someone has a past of that, that should prevent them from representing their, well, one of their countries?
I don't know, to be honest with you. It's
Even if he guarantees the W's.
listen, still there should be some type of, I don't know.
Morality, right?
Yeah, there should be some type of morality. I don't
This,
think he should just get the pass for it.
yeah. Let's just say this man is the best player in the French league right now.
Okay, but
He
then
has
all
the
right,
passport
no,
for it.
I hear you out. But then what happens when you're in that situation again, and then somebody just as good as him or a little lower than him doesn't get that say? What happens then?
And you give them a
Okay.
pass.
I
What
love
You
are
know
the
what
we
I'm
way you say
saying?
that.
promoting?
I
Can't
love the
do
way you say
that,
that, Ray.
bro. You
I love the
cannot
way
do
you say
that.
that. I love the way you say that. But guess what? We are the corruption is there in the JFF, Jamaica friends and
So
family.
you're with corruption. Is that what you're saying?
N- If you got that from everything I've been saying, Ray, then we have
Bro,
a
you said,
serious understanding problem here.
bro,
I'm
you
saying
just
that.
said,
No,
go
I'm
ahead.
saying that there is no morality there since they're corrupt already. You cannot set a moral high ground if you don't have any morality, if you're corrupt already.
Yeah.
Mm,
Even approaching a player with this to be a part of your team says everything about the morality of the organization.
yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, there are a lot of Jamaicans who don't care. They just want the W.
They just want to win. Yeah, yeah.
This man is still making millions of dollars playing in France.
But you know, Davian, is the world we live in, you know. It's the
But
world we live in.
and people got justify it, say he was not found guilty in the court of law. Everybody deserve a second chance.
It's the world we live in, Davian. We live in our world like that, you know, Davian. We live in our world like, you remember when Russia did do bad, then ban them out of everything.
Mm.
Then ban them out of every single thing.
Out of
Not
the
even the last
Olympics.
World Cup them did inner.
Which one was that? 84, right?
No,
No,
recent
this
last one,
year,
the last
where
one, the
Oh,
last
the
Olympics.
the war. No, and I'm not talking about. I'm not even talking about the drugs ban and them kind of things. I'm talking about the war ban.
Oh yeah, them ban out of all sports now. Them ban out of football. They're banned out of football.
Exactly. So
But other countries,
that is where I'm going
that color country, yeah.
with the star.
Yeah.
So I'm saying that is the world we live in now. But I don't want that world to be the world that Jamaica has to uphold, because I believe me have only for morals. Me have only for morals. I believe in my morals. My morals are your morals are what make you you. If you don't have any principles, you'll be off the world. You will take on anything where people tell you you have a mind so open that you change if you don't have no
Mhm.
principles. And I don't want that as a Jamaican. As a
Principles,
Jamaican,
bro.
that's not us.
Yeah, principles are your guide, the moral compass, bro.
Yes.
So it's something to contemplate, but as I say, corrupt, and we're not speaking up, we're not using our voice. Next topic, people,
And
cause
and
yo,
that
finish it.
threat, we're going into the tradition in some West African countries, which is called money ritual.
What is a
You know,
money ritual, Tony?
you know what a money ritual is?
No,
A money
nah, tell the truth.
ritual,
The only money ritual I know is like when my father used to go racing on a Saturday morning.
yeah.
Him used to tell me to throw on shoes after him.
What that used to do? What that's supposed to do?
The good luck saying win at the track. Or when you're going in the house on New Year's Eve, after New Year
Wow.
you go New Year's Eve to a party,
Yeah.
you ensure that you have some cash in your pocket so you don't enter the house broke without any cash in your pocket on New Year's. Otherwise, bad luck for the
Rituals.
rest of the year.
Rituals. So
Or
those are
if your
all
hand big or
rituals.
scratch you and you make somebody else scratch it, it means that money is coming in. If it's the left one and scratch it, I think money is going out. If it's the right one scratching you, it means money is coming in. Ray, I
Well,
don't
that
want
is
to see you laughing,
superstition.
horoscope guy.
Oh my god, man.
Well, all of those are superstition. But rituals. What is a ritual? A ritual can be anything to uh, drinking a cup of tea before your day every day. On Sunday, going to church. Before you go your bed, you say a prayer or you play a song. Rituals, right? Rituals are usually done to say what we call like to make you get closer towards a certain goal. Whether it be
Mm.
peace, whether it be towards God, whether it be just to have a good day without being nervous.
See, circle back to what we said about the discipline is a ritual. Your
Rituals.
morning ritual, your before bed ritual, the things you
Yes.
do that line up for you have a positive
Mhm.
outcome. Even before like a football game, you ever notice a lot of players run out and them kiss the field and then them do this thing? That's a ritual.
Ritual. So in some West African countries, they do money rituals. And it's a money ritual because you're trying to get money. But this money ritual sometimes it has a human tool, a human capital.
Blood sacrifice.
Something like that. But I don't
What?
let's not use that word. Let's not use that word because YouTube not like when we talk certain things. What's a word we can use instead of that S word? Give up.
Blood
Giving up something.
blood
Blood give up?
donation.
What is this?
Blood donation.
Vampire?
Blood sacrifice. All right, dog.
So for example, in some countries you have what them call herbalists, right?
Mhm.
And it worked for people. You know what I'm saying? Africa has been a continent that has relied on traditional herbalists and rituals from the dawn of time, from before Christianity come to Africa, from before Islam come to Africa. People have them little shrine, for example. You know, them worship them gods, them say, all right, them have a god of fertility, them have a god of well-being, them have a god of health, all of these kind of things, you know. You have different gods for different reasons. But to the money one now. Sometimes some herbalists are spiritual leaders might tell you say, if you want if you want to get money, well no, them not tell you. People go to them looking for money. You know what I say? People in important positions, the ordinary man as well, we want to change him life. And these some of these herbalists them tell them say, all right now, to get this done, you need a part of somebody. You need a part. For example, you need a part of somebody.
Well,
You
you
need a
need to,
part of somebody. For
yeah.
example,
The man on bomb clock.
you need a part of somebody, and sometimes that somebody, it can be a man or a woman, and you go lodge it somewhere. The herbalist will prepare some mixture or something wherever for you, and him tell you don't lose it. And with this, you're supposed to be prosperous. And sometimes that vein, you have some people who sometimes even openly say that them have them own spiritual herbalist at home or whatever that help them with these rituals to make them rich and maintain them wealth in them family, or to make them be successful in them political campaign or whatever. But the big problem about this is when, as I said before, it has a human capital. Because to get these things, you basically have to analyze somebody.
Yeah. Long time them thing you go on at O'Neill.
Longer time.
Wobia we call it, Wobia we call it,
Yeah,
Illuminati, we call it
it have many
everything.
different names.
You believe in it?
In what?
You
The
believe
rituals?
that it actually works?
Illuminati. Yeah.
You believe the rituals work?
Listen, if I know African spirituality very well, it is capable of many things. Many things. But is it right? Is the question.
I ask you if you believe in it.
Yeah. Do you believe in it?
My brother,
No, he's not sold.
I have read many accounts and seen many things and know people who have experienced things when it comes on to all of this.
Mhm.
I myself, for example, have seen it work
Yeah, man.
in some way or some form. I can't go into details, you know what I say? But I have seen what it can do. It has its good applications and it also has its bad applications.
Mhm.
Depends on how you use it.
There's no good application for your blood sacrifice, dog. What a good
No,
Yeah.
application.
Do
we're
you,
not
What a
talking
good
bro?
about
Do you
that,
believe
Davian.
in it or not?
No, we're not talking about that, Davian. We're talking about
The spirit, the
rituals in
Wobia.
general.
Yeah. Me not.
And so,
All right. All
but
right.
the,
All
the,
right.
the,
He,
the,
he
the,
didn't
the
even answer
sacrifice
your
for now.
question. Do you believe in it? Yes or no?
When you say believe, what exactly you mean? If I believe in the powers of it, or if I believe it should be done, we have
You
to
believe
be
in the power.
specific.
You believe it exists, or you believe the people
Yeah.
are crazy.
It exists, Davian.
Tony, what? Why you have those
you
candles
don't.
burning behind you?
You don't.
Why you have those candles burning
Don't
behind
start,
you?
Davian.
Why you
You
have
I
don't
those
am
believe in
candles
it.
I
burning
am not
behind you?
Miss Cleo. Don't have me as Miss Cleo. I'm not
Yo,
Miss
Miss
Cleo.
Cleo has a dope documentary on HBO.
Real.
I am
But
not
I
Miss
don't like I
Cleo.
don't like Tony Latil. Them say believe kill and believe cure. If you believe in
Yes,
it, it will happen. And a lot of people, it's like even if it not real, it's like the placebo effect. Like your confidence is built because you know you did this, so now you're willing to take more risk. You get what I say?
that too.
Like,
Yeah,
that it all comes down to it, and a lot of people them discredit African spirituality, but them embrace Christianity. I don't think you can embrace one and disregard the other one
Yeah.
so
because
easily.
they're both important.
You see me? And that comes to another point in Jamaica. Them trying to basically, to some extent, legalize voodoo, and the people
Obia,
them,
yeah.
yeah, the people them start fight it out. I'm gonna say, yo, if you bring it back to the brass taxes of it, are the same fight Rasta they get, Even though, but people, when people think about voodoo in a Jamaica, them think about voodoo only based on the negative connotations we have. Them
Because
not think about the
be-
spiritual aspect of it
because
from Africa.
we are not properly educated when it comes on these topics. We just
Mhm.
believe that is a bag of magic, a bag of candle, and
It's dark.
man kill chicken and sprinkle blood.
Yes,
No, brother, it more complex than that.
they're eating the cats and the dogs, man. They're eating the
Yeah.
cats and the dogs.
This thing is a science, Davian.
Me not telling I'm Tony. I'm scared of it. I don't care. I'm not.
Voodoo? Yeah, me
What?
too.
I'm scared
Me
of that shit,
too.
bro.
Shit,
I'm
I've been to New
scared.
Orleans.
The
I've
I'm
been to New
powers,
Orleans.
the powers, my
I'm
brother.
scared that I rather a gunshot than how somebody will be.
Trust me, the
Um,
powers, the
Yeah,
powers of
man.
this thing is not easy. But we are not well educated about what this is.
Mm.
So I think that is the big problem.
And also, we're not the kind of people that are accommodating to things that don't align with our beliefs.
With our Christian beliefs.
Yeah. And that's something that we can go into deep from slavery and how we got indoctrinated into Christianity. But if we even have that conversation, people even immediately say that we're evil.
No, make we
So
go
we'll
ahead
go
for
into them.
5 minutes. 5 minutes.
All right. No.
Well, I know. Did you know that in make we say like the 18, like the late 19th century, right? Most of these practices and African traditions were banned by the church.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember Jankuno, Davian?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man,
Jankuno?
Jankuno. Yeah, man, Jankuno.
Jankuno was one of those traditions that were banned in the 19th century up until the late 20th century, where they made it legal to do it again. And that is when you used to see people on the streets parading in Jankuno masks, and we do have a Jankuno tradition, right?
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes, as Davian said, our Christian mindset doesn't allow us to see the world with different lens and to see spirituality as something outside of saying the Holy Ghost. You know what I say? We just can't imagine it. And Christianity teach you that.
Yo,
What are the 10 Commandments? One of the 10 Commandments said, don't what's about false gods? Don't
don't bear.
exalt any false gods. I'm the only one.
Thou shalt not worship any other gods before I.
Yes.
Yeah.
From that said, Davian, from that said, there is nobody else who can come to me. There's not supposed to be anybody else that will come to me and tell me about any other spirituality
Mm.
that is not Christianity.
Mm. Yo.
So I would say the problem was caused by the church banning people from expressing themselves, African people from expressing their spirituality
Mm.
back then.
Somebody said Nigeria blame the RC for voodoo. That's why they
Yes,
lost.
the
Look at the
coach,
coach
the
there.
coach. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
The
Me,
coach, yeah.
yeah. Me have a hot take on this, Tony. Literally this week, me I made this about Christianity and religion. I'm gonna come to this consensus that Christianity is the most progressive, one of the most progressive religions. In that they will adapt to assimilate other people into their culture.
And
For
them
example,
adapt to the times.
exactly.
To
They
the
don't.
times.
They're. It's a ever changing religion.
I've never seen a religion like this.
They have their bones and their hardcore things that they keep in place, but they will adapt. Remember when them used to say, "Oh, Christianity is anti-gay."
The
No,
Bible, Leviticus 20, verse
verse
30.
I know. Next thing you might get married at the Vatican too.
The
It's like
Pope, the Pope preach love, my brother, peace
mm,
and love
if
amongst
you
everybody,
need
every
to watch
brothers and
you
sisters,
need
no
to
matter
watch
the
the
shape
movie.
or
You need
size.
to watch the movie. People watch the movie Conclave.
What that, brother?
You watch the movie The
Conclave.
Conclave.
I've seen that before.
Yeah,
Watch
me watch
that.
it, me
Watch.
watch it, yeah, me watch it. Me
Me
remember, yeah,
remember
yeah,
the
yeah.
movie Tony when
Yes,
me don't want to spoil it for people, but
yeah.
watch that movie Conclave and
And
it
you
give
will
you
see something.
that movie. The ending of that movie. Boom.
A bomb for everyone, yes.
Yeah, man. But we can. I feel like we need to have a real reasoning about religion and them thing there.
Yeah, and
The
spirituality
important
and
cause
juju.
Them say people, a lot of people say religion is probably the root of most of the global problems.
Yeah, cause of war.
I don't think it's religion. I think
Most
it's
war.
religion. I wouldn't say it's religion personally. Just a little short thing. I would say religion is a tool for those in control. Religion is a tool.
Yes, you know why is a tool that way? Before armies go into war, what them do? Them gather together
Every one of them. All
and then
right.
them go.
All right. And then feel empowered. But people,
People, man, people are religious because they need to be told that they're a good person. Let's be honest.
oh, that's a
Let's be
nice one.
honest.
They
Let's
need
be
to have a
honest.
standard of what defines good and
Let's
evil.
be honest.
I like that,
Definitely.
Ray. I like that, Ray. I like that. That's the smartest thing you've said tonight.
You haven't lived in the States, so I'm not even gonna go there. So
All right,
I'm not
all
even
right,
gonna
all
go
right.
there.
I think we're calling it because Friday night, people. Go and enjoy your night. Be some discipline. Big up yourself who is here. Remember, like, share, subscribe, and this is going to be posted. So, people, help us out. No, please and thanks, man. Share the thing, no, man.
Join the
We
community.
don't watch the TikTokers, them
Spread
when
the love.
yeah, the TikTokers, them we just said they are not, them not literally not no conscious reasoning, nothing. I'm not share them things. Share for we thing. Big up yourself, Yard Promotions. LAOR, LA00R. Welcome back, bro. Hope you're doing well. I haven't heard from you in a while. I hope it's not because
Yeah.
of illness and thing. Reggae Raga Rider, always there. Big up
Yeah.
yourself,
Big
boss.
up.
Big up yourself. Uh Never Pennant, big up yourself. Safi 268, big up yourself. You're January, eyes on lock, always supporting. Much respect. I hope you
Thank
drove
you.
home safe. And everyone, just big up yourself. Like, share, subscribe. Check out Ray's podcast, Just a Thought podcast. If you like horoscope, astrology, if you just like talking about random shit, check out the Just a Thought podcast and everything there, you know?
Yes, sir.
Check them out, all thing. We're collaborating a lot now. So I think it's just one family. Just a Thought Yard, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just us with the odd
Yeah.
man.
yeah.
Yes, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, and smash up the like button, man. Show some
True,
strength.
true.
And people, check out the last video. I first vlog that we editing of doing the barbecue. There's also some jerk. There's a jerk chicken recipe in it. My jerk chicken recipe is in it. My jerk chicken
He's
recipe.
not mine.
My jerk chicken recipe. Tony, you loved it too.
Bro, dope
Yeah.
video. Dope video. Y'all gotta go check that video out.
Yeah, man. Check
Yeah,
it out.
man.
Check out Ray videos and Just the Top Podcast and give him a subscribe. If you're here and you know check out Just the Top Podcast, run over there, give him a subscribe and a like. And check out the
That's
content. We not beg people for watch the content, but find a video that you like over there. So yeah, man. And that's it, people.
And that's it, people.
Yeah, man. Walk
Walk
good.
good.
Walk good.
stay blessed.